Yu-Gi-Oh! An incredibly complex card game with tens of thousands of cards. However, what if each set was separated from the rest of the massive card pool and your choices when building a deck were extremely limited? In this series, in order to learn Yu-Gi-Oh! From the ground up, I will be embarking on an adventure through the history of the card game with Jeexx. In each episode, we will have access to all the cards in a select product, and using only the cards in that product, both of us will build a deck before playing a best of 3 match to determine the winner of the episode. We will move in a chronological order in the series, and with each new episode, we will forget the cards of the past in order to experience something brand new. We hope you enjoyed this adventure through Yu-Gi-Oh! And its evolution with us. Welcome to the historic Yu-Gi-Oh! Learning journey. What's up, guys and gals, ladies and lads? I already forgot what I'm supposed to do here. Welcome back to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Progression series learning journey. Okay, yeah, I'm just mixing up everything. This is going great. As you can probably figure out, it's been like a month since I've last recorded one of these. Jeexx was obviously in Germany, and we had scheduled all of those episodes. So now I'm doing one of these for the first time in a month, and I just forgot everything that I need to do here. So apologies for that. But today we're doing Dark Saviors, which is mostly focused around vampires who pay life points to have varying effects, and also have a slight sub team where you take control of your opponent's stuff. And the other big archetype here is for hire, which is basically I don't know how else to describe it than it's just a swarm archetype that just spams the board with stuff. And then we have Sky Strikers here as well, most notably obviously engage stuff. Mostly it's there to, there are spells to do stuff if you don't have monsters in your main monster zones, which basically means you summon a card and you make a Sky Striker with it, then you use the spells because you only have the extra monster on the extra monster zone, and then you do link stuff with it, and then there's just a bunch of stuff for dark thingies. But the 3 decks are the main ones that are going to be present in the set, and I have decided to play vampires myself. Vampires, I think, thematically are very cool. I vampires overall. I would say that my favorite, if you're thinking of magical creatures, magical humanoid creatures, I think vampire would be up there for me as the coolest one, if we're ignoring non-humanoid stuff. Otherwise, I'm all about the dragons, baby. But I think vampires are cool, and I think their playstyle in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is interesting. Obviously, early on, it was just you had the bleed effect, which is alright, your opponent sends a monster, spell, or trap from their deck to the grave, which in modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Doesn't do anything. So then it turned into, alright, you can actually do some extra deck plays, you're going to be stealing stuff from your opponent. But the awkward part about vampires, and what I'm going to have to actually figure out, because it's also been a while since I made the deck, is most of them are level 5s with a couple level 6s in there as well. So the way to get them on board is obviously we're going to have to tribute summon or cheat them out in some other ways, or we're going to have to figure that out. But what we're working with today, let's get started with that. Starting us off, we have Dark Grapher. You can spell some this card from your hand by discarding a level 5 or higher dark monster. Obviously, this facilitates us filling our grave with a lot of vampires very well. And once per turn, you can discard a dark monster, send one dark monster from your deck to the graveyard. I was thinking of main decking Armageddon Knight, but I figured that I'll instead run some one-offs, which I'll see if I like. If I don't, then I'll side in Armageddon Knight instead of those. But Dark Grapher, we want to have stuff in our grave, so this is both these effects are very good. Obviously, the only problem that I might end up running into this is that we don't really have that many ways of actually fueling our hand, so we'll just have to see what we can do with that. Also, notable already, I'm not main decking any hand traps. I want to just see if it works, because there was a bunch of stuff that I thought was cool, so I want to try it instead. So I decided that, you know what, I'm just not gonna main deck hand traps. Probably a bad idea, but we're gonna see a bunch of those hand traps anyway, so I decided to try something else for this time. Then we have a single copy of Vampire Vamp. I'll be honest, I don't think it's very good. It takes 2 tributes to summon if you're normal summoning it, which already is quite hefty. Only 2000 attack and defense is not great for it, but the effect, once per turn when this card or a vampire monster is normal summoned to your field, you can target his monster your opponent controls whose attack is higher than this card's and equip it to this card. This card gains attack equal to the combined original attack of the monster equipped by this effect. And if it would be sent to the graveyard, if it is sent to the graveyard while equipped with any cards by this effect, you spell summon it back. I think it's like cool. It fits the vampire theme. The art is nice. You know, I had to draw one of them just for the culture. And then the stuff that will facilitate a lot of our plays, Vampire Familiar and Vampire Retainer. Basically the same card, both of them on Special Summon. Specifically, it needs to be Special Summon. You can pay 500 life points to add a Vampire Monster for Familiar and Vampire Spell Trap for Retainer from your deck to your hand. And then if they're in your graveyard, you can send a vampire card from your hand or face up a field to the graveyard to spell summon them, but banish them when they leave the field. And both, like, the effects are hard once per turns. But need to remember that these are special summons. Then we have Shadow Vampire, cannot be used as material for an XZ summon except the XZ summon of a dark monster. When normal summoned, you can spell summon a dark vampire monster from your hand or deck, except Shadow Vampire, but monster you control cannot attack for the rest of the turn except that special summoned monster. So even if you're making an extra deck play, which is most likely what you'll do, then you can only attack with the monster you summon from your deck. Still obviously very nice, like getting access to basically all of your vampires directly from deck is very nice to facilitate making extra deck plays. We have Vampire Scarlet Scourge, also has 3 copies. If normal or special summon, you can pay 1000 to target a vampire monster in your graveyard except a Scarlet Scourge. Special summon it, but it cannot attack this turn. You can only use this effect of Vampire Scarlet Scourge. That's a mouthful actually. Vampire Scarlet Scourge. Once per turn. At the end of the battle phase, if this card destroyed any monsters by battle, you can spell summon them to your from the graveyards to your field. And 2200 attack is nothing to scoff at, but still, like, mostly we'll be using this for extra plays. But obviously, like, our level 6s are more limited, so there might be a way where we're actually just using this as a beat stick. And that might come up later, as we'll see in the intended monster to be used with Scourge. But next we have a Vampire Fraulein. It's 2 copies, a third one in the side as well. When a monster declares any monster, by the way, declares an attack, you can spell summon this card from your hand in defense position, which is very nice. Just getting a level 5 body on the field for almost free. You can only use the effect of Fraulein once per turn, once per battle. If your zombie monster battles an opponent monster doing that damage calculation, you can pay life point in multiples of 100, and it caps out at 3000 to give your battle monster that much attack and defense during that damage calculation only. And at the end of the battle phase, if this card destroyed any monster by battle, you can spell summon them from your graveyard to your field. Shouldn't matter with 600 attack, but obviously you can bump that up to 3600. But like 3000 life points in a deck that's already paying a lot of life points is unfortunately quite hefty. But, you know, if we get something like crazy with it, not too bad. But just having the free body on the board is what we're mostly playing this for. Then we're getting to our other 2-off Vampire Duke, a very old vampire card, but like one of the like old good ones. Once again, cannot be used as material for XZ summon except the XZ summon of a dark monster when this card is normal summoned. Or I'm actually now thinking I might be mixing this. If I'm mixing this up with something else and I'm talking out of my ass, because like this talking about XZ summon made me immediately realize I'm pretty sure I was mixing this with something else. So cut that. I don't think this is an old card, and I was mixing this up with something else. Sorry about that. When normal summoned, you can target a dark vampire monster in the graveyard to spell summon it in defense position. When this card is special summoned, then you can do the old bleed effect, where like you declare a card type monster, spell a trap, your opponent sends one card of that type from their deck to the graveyard, and this effect is once per turn. Don't really care about that. What's important here is normal summon this thing, get a vampire from a graveyard, summon it, and then you can make an XZ play. Then we have 3 one-offs as well. We have Vampire Red Baron, a level 6 with 2400 attack. Once per turn, you can pay 1000 life points to target a monster your opponent controls and one other vampire monster you control, and switch control of those monsters. And at the end of the battle phase, if this card destroyed any monsters by battle, you can spell summon them to your from the graveyards to your field. So that is just nab something from your opponent and then beat over the thing you gave them with Baron, and then you just get the thing back, and you can do the shenanigans again. I think Baron is cool, but like it obviously needs to be tribute summoned for the most part, and it's still a 2400 like beat stick at the end of the day, so it's nothing crazy, but this fact is cool, and once again like plays into the vampire like yoink your opponent stuff fancy, which I think is cool. They have Vampire Grace. When level 5 or higher zombie monster is spell summoned to your side of the field by the effect of a zombie monster while this card is in your graveyard, you pay 2,000 to spell this from your grave. You can only use this effect once per turn, and once per turn you can declare blah blah blah. You can do the Vampire Bleed. That's just what I'm referring to this with. Another card that's just basically a free body on the field, whereas Froline is a free level 5, Grace is a free level 6, but it keeps coming back from the grave, which is really nice. Obviously 2,000 life points. It's like, it's a cost, but like we have ways to facilitate that in the stack, and getting a free body on the board is really nice. And obviously with stuff like Refer, stuff like Foolish Burial, we have ways to get it in the grave very easily. Then finally, a single copy of Vampire Sorceress. If this card is in your possession sent to your graveyard by your opponent's card by any means, you can add a dark vampire monster or vampire spell trap from your deck to your hand, and then you can banish this card from your graveyard. One dark vampire monster you normal summon this turn can be summoned without tributing. This is one card that I'm like really considering running at more than one copy, and I think we'll throw in a second copy of Sorcerer. I don't know if we'll need it, but I think like the more I'm talking about this, I think like even with all my effects and ways to get stuff out of the grave, is like it would be nice to maybe have access to a second one if I really want it. So we'll throw a second one in the side and we'll see what happens. But that's our monster lineup for the spell traps then. First we have Allure of Darkness. Literally every card that we're playing in our main deck is a dark, so it makes sense. Vampire Kingdom only have one copy. It's not great because like we have like very few ways of actually like activating the bleed effect, but still like getting free foolishes and pops if we do that is nice, and it's still like 500 attack doing any damage calculation, which is like, it's okay. Our stuff is big already, but we have some stuff even that like Red Baron, Scarlet Curse that cares about like beating over stuff, so it's nice. It's still just a one-off as the field spell. It's there for us to play if we care about it, but if we don't find it, it doesn't really matter. Then we have Vampire's Domain. Once per turn, you can pay 500 life points during your main phase this turn. You can normal summon one vampire monster in addition to your other normal summon set. Obviously, this facilitates us normal summoning like something like the Retainer or Familiar to then tribute over, and then we can send something from our hand, get it back from the grave. Like that starts the loop. Like so, this like facilitates all of our plays really. And then each time your vampire monster inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you gain the same amount of life points. And having multiple copies of Vampire's Domain obviously means that we're gaining a bunch of life points. And this card is what keeps our deck going, because this stuff facilitates our life point cost, and this obviously like lets us actually put the level 5s on the board, which is really nice. So Vampire's Domain, like we really need to find this card. Vampire's Desire, 2 copies, third one is in the side as well though, where you can, it's a modular card where you can activate one of the following effects. You either target if he has a monster you control, send a vampire monster from your deck to the graveyard with a different level, and you level modulate the monster on the field to that level until the end of this turn. It's a like little bit more wonky foolish, but still having a foolish effect is nice. And then target vampire monster in your graveyard, send one monster you control to the graveyard, and if you do, spell summon the targeted monster. Like obviously you need to go 2 for 1 to get the monster out of your grave, but still like having the access to this is still nice, and like having access to even like more copies of foolish, even if it's a foolish with an extra step, like it's still really nice. Before we talk about the Sky Striker stuff, let me just cover the rest of this stuff. Foolish Burial Goods, we have nothing we want to send with this. This is literally only here to give us obviously Foolish Burial, because Foolish Burial, we want so much stuff to hit the grave. We want our like familiars, retainers, graces, everything like that. Like we want that stuff in the graveyard, so Foolish Burial helps with that. So this is just here as filler. It will be cited out for games 2 and 3. Called by the Grave as single copy. We have obviously like familiar, retainer, Shadow Vampire, like a bunch of stuff getting stuff from the deck, which we really don't want to get Ash Blossom, so we have that one of Call by for that. And then for our traps, we have Vampire Awakening, which spells summon a vampire monster from your deck, but destroys during the end phase of this turn. Obviously, just a free spell summon from the deck for extra place is really nice. And the Vampire Domination, a counter trap. When a spell trap or monster effect is activated while you control a vampire monster, you negate the activation. If you do, destroy that card. And if it was a monster card, you gain life points equal to its original attack. Once again, a little bit of life point gained in an Omni negate. It's just really nice. Just needs to have a vampire monster on the board. But then let's talk about the Sky Striker stuff. So our Sky Striker is the like super tiny package. Basically, like we're running the minimal amount of Sky Striker stuff for the Sky Striker engine. We have a Hornet Drones, we have Engage, and we have a single copy of Kagari. So Hornet Drones and Engage both have the same effect, where if you, condition, whereas every other Sky Striker spell, where if you control no monster in your main monster zone, you get to do stuff. Hornet Drone summons a token in defense position, which cannot be attributed, and if you have 3 or more spells in your graveyard when this effect resolves, the token's attack becomes 1500 instead of 0. Doesn't matter, we're never gonna have the token on the board. And Engage gives us a Sky Striker card from our deck to our hand, except Mobilize Engage, and then if we have 2 or more spells in our grave, we also draw 1 card. So basically, you fire off Engage, you search for Hornet Drones, you fire off Hornet Drones, you get the token, and then with the token, you make Sky Striker Ace Kagari. If it's spell summoned, you can target a Sky Striker spell in your graveyard, add it to your hand, gives 100 for each spell in your graveyard, and you can only spell summon 1 per turn. The arrow, unfortunately, is not great. The Sky Striker, I don't remember which Sky Striker link it is, but unfortunately the one with a downwards pointing arrow is not out yet. Yeah. I think it comes out in the next set, I think. I think same thing with Koina as well. Hayate was the one with an actual okay effect. Yeah, like it's fine. But like, obviously getting a downwards pointing arrow would be nice, because for other stuff like Vampire Sucker, we can't use, unfortunately, Kagari, but we can still use it to make something like the Nightmares, and we can use this to deck thin. And I just wanted to display, because obviously it was very notable for the time, the Sky Striker engine. So I just wanted to showcase that. So basically these are just here, like you start off with Engage, you add Hornet Drones to your hand, you use Hornet Drones to make Kagari, you use Kagari to get back Engage, and then like you can do stuff again, because once again, Engage is not once per turn. So once again, like you can fire this off, you can summon out, fetch out another Hornet Drones. Hornet Drones makes another token. Now you have 2 tokens, 2 monsters with Kagari and the token. You can use those 2 to make a Nightmare, and now you basically you've used 4 cards out of your... Actually, also, wouldn't the... Yeah, Hornet Drones would be the first one that gives you then the extra effect, but obviously that doesn't really matter. But if you then like have more Engage or stuff like that, you're obviously getting extra draws as well. So this is just helping you with deck thinning, which obviously kind of counterproductive when we're running not 40 cards. But still, like, I think it's cool, and that's why I wanted to showcase it. But that's the gist of it. Hopefully we get to pull it off. And for our side deck, extra copies of cards that I've already talked about, 2 copies of Armageddon Knight, because obviously it's a normal summon, you Foolish Burial, a dark monster, obviously very good. We are citing the hand traps that we've chosen for the episode with Ash Blossom, Joy of Spring, add 3 copies obviously. And then I'm running a single Ghost Reaper and a Winter Cherries. If your opponent controls more monsters than you do, I don't remember if we've seen this card. I think I want to say that I want to say I've ran this before, we just haven't seen it come up. Also, I'm realizing this deck breakdown is running really long. I'm so sorry. I still can't pace myself. But if your opponent controls more monsters than you do, you can discard this card, reveal a card in your extra deck, look at your opponent's extra deck, and banish all cards in the extra deck with the same name as this revealed card. And I think this just makes sense here, because obviously we've unleashed the nightmares, so we can use something like this to get rid of all of Jeexx's Nightmare Phoenixes, for example, which is obviously extremely good. Because I think like in the Link era now with Nightmares Unleashed and generic for us, like it's gonna be much less likely that you run a lot of like other back row pops. Like I'm still running triple MST in my side deck because I just couldn't come up with anything else. But like I think this is gonna be a lot less common going forward. And we have stuff like Vampire's Domain, and even like all of our like traps are really good that we would want to protect from getting popped. So something like Winter Cherries hitting his Nightmare Phoenix, I feel like would be nice. 2 copies of Dark Hole, just like if we need to go like 2 for 2 or something, like we don't mind as much our stuff hitting the grave as hopefully whatever Jeexx is playing. And it's just nice to have. We have access to it, might as well play it. Single copy of Dark Core, if we have something that's destruction immune, we don't mind the discard cost as much, we can banish stuff, obviously very good. And then like I said, the MSTs. The Nightmare package, very self-explanatory, we've seen that before. Phoenix pops, spell traps, Cerberus pop stuff on the main monster zones, and Unicorn spin stuff back into the deck. Kogari I already explained, it's just there for the Sky Striker engine that can help us like make basically with 1 card any of our nightmares. Vampire Sucker, I don't think we've seen this before. Takes 2 zombie monsters. If you attribute a monster for a tribute summon, you attribute a zombie monster your opponent controls, even though you do not control them. If we're running into a mirror, this is going to be obviously insanely good. And then once per turn, you can use each of these effects once. You can target 1 monster in your opponent's grave to special it to your opponent's field in defense position, but it becomes a zombie monster. Obviously, then you can use it for the tribute summons. And if a zombie monster is spell summoned from either graveyard, you draw 1 card. Basically, you make this with 2 zombie monsters, and then like you recur something from your opponent's grave. You get to draw 1, and then you can use your opponent's monster for tribute summon. Vampire Sucker is incredibly good in any zombie deck. It's been for a long time. Shouldn't come as a surprise if you know what it does. Then for our 2 XDs monster, we have a Crimson Knight Vampire Bram. Takes 2 level 5 zombie monsters. You can detach 1 from discard to target a monster in your opponent's grave. So summon it to your field, but only that monster can attack for the rest of the turn. Obviously kind of similar to Shadow Vampire. And you can only use this effect as a heart once per turn, and once per turn during the standby phase of the next turn after this card you control was destroyed by your opponent's card and sent to your graveyard, you can spell summon this card in defense position. It's just nice. It facilitates like you get extra materials you get from your opponent. You can use it for extra deck plays, you can use it for any what's his face? You can use it to beat them down if they summon something like huge. Like you can use it to even tribute your own stuff. It just does a lot. 2500 is still like fine. It keeps recurring if your opponent is getting rid of it, which is nice. Kind of has like that old school like zombie vampire stuff with that as well, which is kind of cool. It just does like has multiple good effects. And then for our rank 6 XDs, we have Dampier, Vampire Sheridan. This is what I was referring to earlier with Scarlet Scourge. Takes 2+ level 6 monsters. And if you use a monster with a level that is owned by your opponent for the exile summon of this card, you always treat it as a level 6. Once per turn, you can detach 1 material from this card, target a card your opponent controls, and send it to the graveyard. Once per turn, if a monster card is sent from the field to your opponent's graveyard by a card effect, or a monster is destroyed by battle and sent to your opponent's graveyard, you can detach 1 to spell summon 1 of those monsters to your field in defense position. Basically, if you're yoinking stuff from your opponent, there will always be 6s for making Sheridan. If you have like 2 copies of cards from your opponent and then like a Scourge, and then you just make a 3 material Sheridan, you can then use it to non-destruction, targeting remove stuff from them, and then immediately you get the stuff back to your field. And obviously, if you just get 2 cards from your opponent, you can just make another Sheridan. Because the thing also that's cool about Sheridan is none of this stuff is hard once per turn. So if you just have like 2 Sheridans, you can just keep going, which is obviously going to be relatively difficult to deal with, especially because like 2600 is nothing to scoff at, really. But yeah, that was a 23-minute deck breakdown. Jesus Christ. I guess I did the month's yapping all at once now. So I am so sorry about that. Like I've said in the past, I just can't pace myself. Obviously, these like naturally are also gonna be a little longer now when I'm also like including the set breakdown, set overview mostly at the start. But this was obviously just me yapping a lot. I had kept all of this stuff inside me for the past month, so hopefully you bear with me. I'll try to make it like shorter in the future, but like I don't think we're seeing under 10-minute deck breakdowns from your boy anytime soon, unfortunately. But luckily, Jeexx has managed to condense his like lately to be better. Or like shorter. I can't wait. Now when I say that, like now for this one, like Jeexx's deck breakdown is just gonna be like 20 minutes. That would be hilarious. But yeah. I'm looking forward to the games. Hopefully we can do some vampire stuff, and hopefully I get to show off the Sky Striker engine doing its thing. Thank you for watching the deck breakdown. Hopefully you enjoyed Jeexx as well, and afterwards we will see y'all in the dueling zone.
Okay, so we are doing Dark Saviors? Yes, Dark Saviors. I am playing, of course, the fan favorite archetype, the one that everybody loves, the one that everybody gets excited for. Yippee de fucking yahoo! Sky Striker. Now, I must say, I am not a particular fan of Sky Strikers. In particular, because I played against Sky Strikers when they came out, and when one of the people at Locals bought 3 copies of Engage at 100 a pop, and also had 3 copies of Ash Blossom, which were about like 40 euros, 30 euros at that time. But like still, he got 3 of them when they were like 100 a pop as well. So, you know, a lot of reasons to be upset, and obviously he had imperms and everything. So his deck was like giga stacked. Then here I am, sitting down with my 3 structure deck, DDD deck without Gilgamesh being released yet, being like, yep, I sure love Links. Links are so fun, guys. I love playing Links. I have so many. And then, yeah. Anyway, point being, I have a personal vendetta against Sky Striker, caused by the fact that I have played against them when they were essentially the de facto, like, not the de facto, but like one of the strongest Link decks around. Before good Link decks came around, before good splashable removal came around, and so on and so forth. We had like nothing to really deal with this. Obviously, I played Darklaw as well. Like Darklaw kind of just shits on this if your opponent doesn't have a way of getting rid of it immediately, or if you happen to have the ability to just go like Darklaw into Darklaw and so on. But again, was kind of rare for my opponent not to have a way to deal with a card that doesn't have any innate protection, on top of the fact that I could only summon one of them, and I couldn't do like jack shit. Like I literally couldn't do jack shit after that. I summon a Darklaw, I set 3, I pass. Or to be specific, as I'm a Shadow Mist, I set 3, pass. Your move. Oh, you're doing something, I activate this in response to the thing. And now your Engage gets banished and you can't recover it. Now you have to figure out a different play. Oh, you have a card to remove my Darklaw? Okay, that's fine. I guess I go 2 for 1 then. Not even 2 for 1 essentially, because you got fucking a card out of Engage. But I'm ranting here. Point being, I'm not playing this because it's my favorite archetype. I'm not even playing this because I particularly like it. I'm playing this because I wasn't sure if Weebfox was going to be playing it, and I'm going to be avoiding playing this in the future, outside of possibly using the Engage Hornet Drones package for a line in like Infernobles, which is what I do currently in my actual deck. But yeah. Anyhow, we're playing Armageddon Knight, we're playing Ash Blossom, we're playing Dark Grapher, we're playing Mystic Tomato, because Mystic Tomato can summon out Ray from the deck, or Armageddon Knight can dump Ray from the deck. Dark Grapher can discard a Dark Monster from your hand to dump a Ray from your deck, or you can use it to dump anything else that you have in your deck that is a Dark. So Armageddon Knight or Dark Grapher or Mystic Tomato. Can't dump Ash Blossom, unfortunately. But Sky Striker Ace Ray has the effect of quick effect. You contribute this card. Spell summon 1 Sky Striker monster from your extra deck to the extra deck monster zone. While this card is in your graveyard, if a face of a Sky Striker Ace Link monster you control is destroyed by battle or leaves the field because of a card effect, opponent's card effect, you can special summon this card. You can only spell summon this card. You can only use each effect of Sky Striker Ray once per turn. Yeah, that's about it. Essentially, point being, you summon Ray. You set your bullshit, you activate Ray to tribute it as a cost, and now you can just fucking flip your shit if you want. There we go. You also get to then recover the card that you sent to the graveyard, for example, and so on and so forth. You can use Ray as like, you target Ray for an effect, and then you tribute Ray. As long as the effect doesn't require Ray to continue being targeted, you can just resolve the effect, and so on and so forth. Darko, Foolish Burial Goods, dump any spells or traps that you have into the grave. Obviously, that's a pretty good effect to have on Sky Strikers because it gives you +2 cards to the grave. So you can dump like Engage into the grave, and then you can summon Ray, you can summon is Kagari, and then Kagari fetches Engage back. You use Engage, you add a Hornet Drones, you play Hornet Drones, and now Hornet Drones becomes 1.5k. Now you have 2 cards on board, and you can make a link to, and then you can use those things to do something else. For example, you can, so on and so forth. There's a lot of lines you can do with Foolish Burial Goods. That's why I'm playing 3 of them, because I think it's a worthwhile card. Reinforcement of the Army, I'm playing the one with, I think this is Ryza. Let me double check that. I much prefer Rose, not Ryza. Ryza is a character from Gakko Gurashi. But yeah, I much prefer Hatsune Miku to Rei. So yeah. And then we have the field spell, Sky Striker Airspace Area 0. You can target one of the card you control, excavate the top 3 cards of your deck, and if you do, you can add 1 excavated Sky Striker card to your hand and also show the rest in the deck. Then if you excavate a Sky Striker card, send the target card to the graveyard. If this card in the field zone is sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you can spell summon 1 Sky Striker Ace monster from your deck. Afterburners, if you control no monsters in your main monster zone. See, that's the gimmick. That's important. This is how the cards function. If you have cards in your main monster zone, you can't do shit. You're essentially fucking yourself over. Target 1 face monster on the field and destroy it. And if you have 3 or more spell trap cards in your graveyard, you can destroy 1 spell trap on the field. Then we have jamming waves. Same. No main monster zone. No monsters in main monster zones. Then target 1 spell trap on the field. And then if you have 3 or more, set spell trap. Then you have 3 or more spells in your graveyard. You can destroy 1 monster on the field. Hornet Drones. This is one of the more important ones, as you can probably tell by the fact that it's limited to 1. If you control no monsters in your main monster zone. Sorry about that. Special summon a token, Sky Striker Ace token, in defense position, which cannot be tributed. Oh, it's in defense position. Okay. Cannot be tributed if you have 3 or more spells in your graveyard. When this effect resolves, this token's attack and defense becomes 1,500 instead. Shark Cannon. If you control no monsters in your main monster, target 1 card in your opponent's graveyard and banish that monster. Or if you have 3 or more spells in your graveyard, you can spell summon that monster to your field instead, but it cannot attack. You can. Important note. So essentially, the idea would probably be to use Shark Cannon on an opponent's card in the graveyard during their turn to banish it, and then you would probably get it on your side of the field. But the problem there would obviously be the fact that you're filling out your main monster zone. You don't want to do that unless you really, really need it, because you can't be using your other cards if that's the case, unless you want to like chain them to this card. Widow Anchor. If you control a monster in your main monster zone, target 1 face-up effect monster at the field and negate that face-up monster's effects until the end of this turn. And if you control 3 or more spells in your graveyard, you have 3 or more spells in your graveyard, you can take control of that monster until the end phase. Sky Striker Mega Modules, multi-roll. Once per turn, target a card on the field, send that card to the graveyard. Also, your opponent can activate cards or effects in response to your spells, even if this leaves the field. Once per turn, you can set during the end phase, you can set Sky Striker spells with different names from your graveyard up to the number of Sky Striker spell cards you activated this turn while this card was face up on the field. Banish them when they leave the field. So let's say I have this set. I activate Engage, that's +1. I activate Hornet Drones, that's +2. I activate, Afterburners, now that's +3. But if I activate another Engage, that's still just +3. So end phase comes, and I set, I can set, actually no, double chicken. It's up to the number of Sky Striker spells you activated this turn while this card was face up. So it's +4 actually. So now you can set 4 spells or different cards. Sorry, 4 cards with different card names from your graveyard onto your field. So now you can just set like Widow Anchor, Engage, Hornet Drones, and what was the last one? Shark Cannon? Yeah, there we go. And that's pretty good. This is essentially Spellbook of Judgment, but it doesn't search for them. If this card searched for them, I think this archetype would not have ever seen print. I think that I legitimately believe that the first time that they printed this shit, they were like, okay, so for each card that you activate, you get to set a card from either your deck or your graveyard or your banish. And then somebody was like, no, that's stupid. And then they didn't do it. But then we Sky Striker Mobilize Engage. If you control no monsters in your main monster zone, add 1 Sky Striker card from your deck to your hand, except Sky Striker Mobilize Engage. Then, if you have 3 or more spell cards in your graveyard or spells in your graveyard, you can draw 1 card. any Sky Striker spell card. Except this card, if you have 3 or more, draw 1. Where's the once per turn? Anyway, this card is crazy good. Terraforming for Area 0, making it 5 copies, because I think this card is fairly good, or good enough to be played in 5 copies. I can even probably want to play maybe 6 of them at some point. Technically, it's obviously not 6, but you know how this works. Infinite permanence, impermanence, sorry. Then you have Fraulein, I think it's Fraulein. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, or when a monster declares an attack, it's pulling this card from your hand in defense position. And once per battle, if your zombie monster battles an opponent's monster during the damage calculation, you can pay 1,000 life points, up to 3,000, 100 life points, multiples of 100 life points, up to 3,000. Your battling monster gains that much attack and defense during the damage calculation only. At the end of the battle phase, if this card is destroyed by any monsters by battle, you can spell summon them from the graveyards to your field. This card is pretty good. I'm like not gonna sugarcoat. I think this card is pretty good. It essentially becomes an impassable wall when your opponent declares an attack. You summon this and you pay 3,000 life points. And then your opponent is like, well, I guess I'll burn you for 3,000. And then he swings into you for fucking like 2,000 each. Or for a gazillion times is what I'm saying. And then maybe you die to that. Unlikely, but maybe you'll die to that. And then, obviously, the next turn, you put her into attack and pay like 2,000 life points to swing over shit, and now, boom. Now you get to summon a card at the end of the battle phase, and you get to kill that. Whatever. 2 Dark Hole, 3 Mystical Space Typhoon, more Afterburner, more Jamming Waves, Eagle Booster. If you control no monsters, you may monsters on target 1 physical card on the field, then the target is unaffected by card effects this turn, except its own. And if you have 3 or more spell cards in your graveyard, it cannot be destroyed by battle this turn. Shark Cannon, Widow Anchor, Hercules Base. Activate this card only if you control no monsters in your main monster zone. The equipped monster cannot attack directly. You can make a second attack on monsters during each battle phase. If the equipped monster destroys a monster by its attack while you have 3 or more spells in your graveyard, draw 1 card. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard by a card effect, you can target up to 3 Sky Striker cards in your graveyard, except this card, or except cards named this, and shuffle them into the deck. I think this card is pretty good. I'm playing one of it because I don't think it's good enough to justify playing like more than one. Like, obviously it's got a recycling effect. That's good. That's good. But I don't intend to be in a position where I have to recycle. Like, if I have to be recycling, I'm probably losing because I couldn't win out the grind game fast enough. Then in the extra deck we have Carnigorgon, we have Dark Rebellion, Cerberus, Phoenix, Unicorn, Kagari. You can summon this card, it's a link one, with 1 non-fire Sky Striker Ace monster. So the token or Ray, and has the effect of if this card is spell summoned, you can target a Sky Striker spell in graveyard and add it to your hand. Gain is 100 attack for each spell in your graveyard. Then we have Shizuku, 1 non-water Sky Striker monster, Ace monster. Monsters your opponent controls lose 100 attack and defense for each spell in your graveyard. Once per turn during the end phase, if this card is spell summoned, you can add 1 Sky Striker spell from your deck to your hand with a name different from the card in your graveyard with a okay. Yeah. That about does it. This archetype is like 7 years old. It's got 2 pages worth of cards only, so we'll not see it that often. I pray. But at the same time, the word sky appears a number of times. So after Sky Strikers, there's at least like 2 full pages almost of cards with Sky in their name. But a lot of them are also Sky Strikers, so it's fine. And a lot of them are also reprints with different art, so again, it's fine. It's whatever. We'll get there. But yeah. Overall, I'm really keen on playing this deck, mostly just because like that way we'll have it out of the way for now. And yeah. Good luck with the games.
Ladies and lads, welcome back to the Historic Yu-Gi-Oh! Learning journey. This time I nailed it earlier today when I was recording my deck breakdown. I butchered the intro in like 17 different ways, but we're back. It's been like a month for us. For y'all, it's been a little shorter, but hopefully we can still read some cards. And Jeexx, you've been on a journey, so to speak. How's your trip and how you feeling being back?
Oh man, you could say that my trip was filled with darkness, but I was luckily saved by some burgers when I got to the place I was going.
Yippee!
Thank you, burgers. But my trip was pretty good. Thank you for asking. Thank you for asking. Just kind of went there, took it easy, got my ass beat in some fighting games, and that's about it. Yeah,
Nice.
nothing too fascinating, nothing too interesting.
Bro,
So
I have opened with a fucking banger hand. Holy shit.
I don't know how to estimate this hand, but I'm gonna activate Sky Striker Airspace Area 0.
Alright.
Yeah.
And
And
you gotta bear with me. I know a total of 4 Sky Striker cards, what they do, so I'm gonna need to fucking read everything, but you go ahead and do what you want to do.
okay.
Sorry.
Okay. I would like to normal summon Sky Striker Ace Ray.
There she is, the protagonist.
Oh my god, it's Sky Striker Ace Ray.
Sure is.
And
that's fine.
Then I would like to activate the effect of Sky Striker Airspace targeting Ray.
That is fine.
I will be... No, I can't resolve it. Do I need to reveal these? I need to excavate. Yeah, excavate the top 3 cards of my deck.
I was like, what's the point of like targeting? But I guess it's so you need to have something else on top of having area 0.
Yeah. You can add 1 excavated Sky Striker card to your hand. Also shuffle the rest in the deck. You can add.
So there's only one, but I guess.
Don't think I'm gonna add that. I don't really like this card. So.
Fair.
And then I would like to shuffle. And then I would like to... This stayed what? During the end phase?
Oh wait, there was... If you excavate a Sky Striker, send the targeted card to the graveyard, so...
So... If you do, you can add. Then if you excavate it... Oh, it has to happen.
Because I was going to say, like, I don't think you need to add the thing for you to have to send the card. But...
Then I shall add that card to my hand, and then it goes to the grave. Yep. That is fine. Then.
I'm assuming this is your first time playing Sky Striker?
I've never used half of these cards.
Yeah.
I don't play the main deck monsters. I literally play 3 copies of Engage, a Hornet Drones, a Widow Anchor, and a Shark Cannon, because this deck is shit, and I don't ever want to play anything else. From this deck.
And it's like I don't know if I'm making assumption here, but like I was just gonna say it doesn't seem or feel like a Jeexx deck.
What are you talking about? What do you mean by that?
I'm not gonna say it out loud to
What do you mean by that?
help your brand.
What do you mean by that? Pass.
All right. So.
Oh.
Not a quick.
Wait.
Okay. Huh?
Wait. I can just fucking kill Ray. And like
with the
summon
quick effect?
this.
Yeah.
Is that good?
Yeah, that's fine. Like I was literally like wondering like why did you not want to do that as the tribute?
I was thinking it was a cost.
Oh yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, then obviously I add Engage. I'm not gonna do anything else, but yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. That is perfectly fine.
Oh, that makes sense. For some reason I thought it was a cost and you had to do it.
Yeah, this gives you that. So
oh yeah, you're right.
Okay, no spells in the grave. This is not a quick effect. This is no. Okay, so the background is the only thing that I need to be worried about. And somehow my hand got better. Like there is so much going on here. I guess.
Okay.
I guess we'll start with this because we can actually. Yeah, we'll definitely start with this. I would like to Foolish Burial. Is that okay?
Go for it, buddy.
And we will burial. I actually have a couple targets that.
Yeah, that makes more sense now. When only was saying you want to target Ray with this, I was like, wait, why do you want to target Ray with this? But it makes sense because it's not necessary for anything. So
so you can distribute it out of the way, and you don't need to just send it for it. Yeah, makes sense.
So it doesn't fizzle out.
Do you want to? Sure. I mean, I'm not gonna worry about it too much. I guess we'll start by just pitching and Grace. Actually, do we want? No, I don't want Grace. I would rather get. Whoops. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Also been a little bit since I played here, so you know, my bad. But no, I definitely want instead it to be familiar. Not to my hand, to my graveyard. Well, we'll get there. We'll get there eventually. And
Oh shit,
then
he's got the tribute fodder. Dude!
then I would like to activate Sky Striker, Mobilize, Engage.
Hey, go for it. Oh, the bad one, yeah.
You know, it came out. This was the one that came out, and
Oh, I'm sorry.
then we'll go
I didn't realize you had
Hornet
no
Drones?
taste.
Hornet Drones. I will activate and
Yeah.
get a token.
Oh my god, didn't even summon the right token?
Can you change this?
Yeah, we talked about this before, see?
Okay, well, that's awesome. I'm not gonna do that. Anyways, we'll use the token to go into Kagari. Kagari on special summon. I would like to add back to my hand Engage, if that's okay.
Yes.
Then I would like to activate Engage. I would like to add to my hand from my deck a Sky Striker Mecha Hornet Drones. Then I have 3 spells in my grave, so I would like to draw 1 card.
This is the part that I think is the most annoying thing about Engage and like a lot of the Sky Striker cards, where it's like, oh yeah, this card counts as being a part of the checking.
One of them, yeah, because I think
which is weird.
For most cards, it would be like that. I'll get the token. Token will be 1500.
Pretty sure the main reason why it does that is because Engage itself is the last card on the chain. So
yeah,
for example, if you respond to evenly matched using a card and it stays on the field, it counts for evenly matched.
Yeah.
Which is why it doesn't register to me properly that oh yeah, Engage counts for itself.
You know, it's, I don't know, it's, I think we've also talked about this plenty before, where it's like Yu-Gi-Oh! It's just, Yu-Gi-Oh! Loves also about making rules and then breaking its own rules a lot. Yeah. And, okay, sorry, let me read, what did this do? Okay, and then this. This is annoying.
By the way, guys, just in case you didn't notice it, and just in case you're not aware, Weebfox has used 1 card from his hand, essentially.
Yeah, and I haven't normal summoned.
Yeah, and he's gonna go into a Link 2 from this.
I will go for a Nightmare Phoenix. Anything on the Link summon?
I mean, no, because...
Yeah, I mean, I'll get the pop regardless. I mostly like, this is just like, if you'd want to...
No. You summon this card, priority is still with you. I don't have Solemns in the set, so...
I guess that's true. But, you know, I don't know what you could have in the...
Oh, you're not gonna activate the effect?
No, that's what I discarded it for, because it's on the Link summon you discard and then target something. And I'll just let Fate decide what that we pop. I'll go for this one.
You'll go for this one. That is acceptable.
All right, Afterburners.
This is one of the cards that I had never seen.
Yeah, I have never seen this in my life before. Like you milled it. It seems okay, but
it's okay. And then you realize that there's a massive flaw in this.
It is not a quick play.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing with that. I feel like for a lot of spells, it's like the spell is really good until you realize it's lacking the Harry Potter scar, and it's like, oh yeah, no, it's not good anymore. I would like to send from my hand to my grave a Vampire Familiar, to summon from my grave the other Vampire Familiar.
Yep.
And on the special summon, I would like to pay 5 hundo to search for a vampire monster from my deck. And I'll go for... honestly, I think I'll go for... I don't love it though. Does it make more sense to do... I sent last turn. Yeah, I sent this. I don't love it. I will be honest, but I think I'll add to my hand a... Where is he? Am I? There we go. I'll add to my hand a Shadow Vampire.
Okay.
Then I will use the effect of my... Actually, I should do this first. Yeah. Well, Allure of Darkness here. Because now I at least know... God fucking damn it. I'll at least know I have something to banish from my hand. And I'll banish this Scarlet Scourge.
Oh
then
my god.
I will... Sure. Let's go... Banish and into the grave to special out a Unicorn. On Unicorn's summon, I will discard Hornet Drones, and I will spin... Part of me wants to get rid of the other back row, because I just don't know what it is, but... let's go, you can have... There's only... I don't know if this is the right play. I'll spin back the Area 0.
The Area 0.
Because it didn't have the targeting thing, right? It was just... If this card is sent to the graveyard, yeah, okay.
Hey, in response, I would like to activate Sky Striker Mecha Shirk Cannon, targeting Unicorn to banish it.
Sure. Unicorn will get banished.
And this goes back to the deck.
Well, I would have loved to have the arrow, but I think we can still make stuff, because... actually, I don't think... You know, I can't do this. God damn it. My Allure of Darkness drew into my third copy of Hornet Drones and my third copy of Engage. I was literally thinking for this stuff to like run one copy of Widow Anchor, so I would have something to search, but I don't don't have target, so I can't. I legally cannot activate Engage in my hand, right?
No, you do not have any targets. You would need to shuffle something back into your deck. So the reason why in my Infernobles I run 3 Engage, 1 Hornet Drones, 1 Widow Anchor, and 1 Shark Cannon is because they're really versatile tools for removal, and Engage into Hornet Drones is a pretty much guaranteed Ash.
Yeah.
Versus a deck that is usually like, I'm gonna normal summon Ogier, I'm gonna mill 1 Ash. Okay. I'm gonna special summon Renaud. I'm gonna make Angelica. I'm gonna target Angelica. Oh, you're also gonna Ash that. Well, you can't Ash that, but like either you imperm Ogier and then you Ash Angelica, and then I'm just like, well, I'm fucked. I can't do shit. So I try to start with, with Engage and go with that. But the reason why I play Shark Cannon and Widow Anchor, even though my deck is main monster zone heavy, is because of the fact that I can't just search Engage and do Engage.
Yeah. I was literally like Widow Anchor is nice because it's just a negate, right?
Yeah, target negate, or you had another effect when you have 3. I don't remember what it was.
Right now. I don't remember what that was either. Literally the idea was just because, like, obviously these are just here for my first thing, because this is also, like, a pretty main monster zone intensive deck, and I just wanted to show off the engine, so I literally just went for the least amount of stuff that I need for... Engage, and that was literally for this situation exactly. Like, I was thinking like I might want the Widow Anchor, but as you could see, like, I already have 48 cards in my deck, and like realistically this deck would have been like better without like having the Sky Strikers, but like I think the engine itself, it's like it's very iconic, it's really cool, and I have no real interest myself like in playing Sky Striker further, and I didn't know if you were gonna, because like I said, it didn't feel like a U deck, so I wanted to make sure that we at least showcased it once. So
I was never gonna play vampires, and I was never gonna play for hire.
I guess that's
so there was only one option.
That is very fair.
A quick side note: Widow Anchor is a change of heart.
Oh, sorry, Widow Anchor. Gotcha.
Widow Anchor is a change of heart and a negate.
Okay, yeah. So it actually has a really good effect then. on the
You
grave
can
as
use
well.
it to yoink pretty much anything and use it as a material.
Yeah. I think. Does it matter which way I do this in? Not really. I'll pitch from my hand this. I don't love it, but it's all I really can. I'd rather not get rid of the vampire to summon the vampire familiar. Because actually, I've already
Each
used.
effect once per
Yeah,
turn.
yeah. I don't want to use this. Then I'll instead go for retainer and then retainers. Effect, pay 500, and then I will search for domain.
Domain Monarchs!
Yes, exactly.
It's Jover, guys!
It is. I'm sorry to say. I will activate Vampire's domain. I will pay the 500. I will additional. No, wait, have I even? I have never mind. I literally have. This is why.
But you can pay for this. You can pay for this, and you'll still have your normal summon even if I get rid of this somehow.
Yeah.
So
it is
you're doing the right play.
I'll elect to not pay for it yet. I will instead just use my normal summon to tribute this retainer, who will get banished to normal summon a shadow vampire. And then I would like to the effect of a shadow vampire to special a dark vampire monster from my hand or deck, but it is the only monster for the rest of this turn that can attack.
Yep.
And for this one,
this also specifically refers to anything else that might come to the board.
Yeah. Normally I would want to do something else, I won't lie, but I think it's still always Scarlet Scourge.
Oh my god.
And then Scarlet Scourge summon effect. I'll pay 1,000 to grab the only card in my grave that I can for this, which is a Vampire Familiar. Scarlet Scourge is the only card that can attack for the rest of this turn, but I will use Vampire Familiar as well as.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, no. You're going to use this link material,
Yeah. I will use these two to make Vampire Sucker.
Oh my god, it's the sucker.
It is. And then, I would like to get my draw, I think. This might... It's a... The issue is, like, I would love to get the extra draw, but, like, because it's
that's
the
a huge ass
has,
normal summon.
Yeah, that's the one card where because it has the, like, just quick effect tribute is, like...
bro, you ran over Shizuku? Oh, thanks for the Kagari, bro.
Like,
thanks for the Shizuku, bro.
Neither of these are stuff that I unfortunately really can or want to go for. And, like, in that case, like, I don't know if me going for Sucker at this point is really that good, but I still, I still go for it. And all of my stuff is 200 less. I will still attempt to swing over Shizuku for 500, and I will get 500 life points back from domain.
Yeah. Because Shizuku dies by battle, I get to special summon from my graveyard Sky Striker Ace Ray. I will summon Sky Striker Ace Ray in a defense position.
Yeah. And then end of battle phase, Scarlet Scourge destroyed a monster by battle, so I get to grab the Shizuku. And I guess I'll just throw it here. Yep. And
do you get to activate the effect?
I do, but like we've established at this point, like I'm out of target.
Oh, you don't. Yeah, you don't even have any cards that aren't named named in your graveyard, so you wouldn't be able to activate it anyway.
Yeah. Mostly it's just okay to have, because obviously I also did Sky Striker stuff, so getting a 600 minus on your stuff is kind of nice. But I do think that is everything that I can do. and I will simply pass it back to you.
I activate Ray.
Yep.
At the end phase, to special summon. That's the wrong place to be special summoning out. To special summon out a Shizuku. And
Yep.
Shizuku effect, I target I do not have any engages in my graveyard, so I would like to add to my hand a Sky Striker Mobilize Engage.
Mm-hmm.
And then start turn. Stand by main. Holy shit. I am too talented.
Oh,
I
shit.
cannot be contained.
He can't
Truly.
be contained.
Truly, he is the most handsome individual on this planet. I activate Engage, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I search from my deck a reinforcement of the army, which is considered a Sky Striker card because it has Ray on it.
Yeah, that's
right.
Sure.
That's
yeah.
how it works, right?
Definitely.
I think I'll add to my hand it's any spell, right?
Any
Card,
Sky Striker
never mind.
card.
Sky-
It doesn't even need to be a spell. It's a pretty good one.
I draw one and then I fucking activate a Sky Striker Mobilize Engage to search for the other one.
Mm-hmm.
For the other card that I was thinking of, which is gonna be honestly.
And now this is when I reap what I sowed from deciding to spin the field spell instead of multi-roll.
Yeah, that's definitely. I mean, there's a lot of things I can do here. Like that's the crazy part here, I think, because if I add the field spell, I can do a lot of shit this turn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna add the field spell in this case.
Yep.
And draw one card. Okay, and then let's start. I can only summon one Kagare this turn and one Shizuku this turn, right? Yeah. I can.
Yeah, Shizuku was summoned on my end phase.
Yeah. Which is still like pretty good, but you know.
Yep.
Thinking. I think. This thing is reducing a lot of my shit right now.
Yeah, currently, basically, I'm up 100 if we're comparing both of our Shizukus.
Yeah.
Actually, sorry, 200. My bad. Minus 600 and yours 400. But I think you can probably help with that. I guess, like, in phase, if you're gonna use multi-roll, then it's gonna be different. But you have with Anchor, you have a bunch of stuff you can do.
Yeah. I'm gonna activate Area 0.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna set a card. No, am I gonna set a card? I've not normal summoned this turn. I can't do that right now.
You're not. You have just activated to engage
Yeah.
this turn.
Like as I said, I'm pretty sure I can win.
I
But I
would be
can't
surprised.
see it. I can't see the line right now because I haven't played this deck enough.
Yeah, the deck
That's-
is so flexible, and the engine is like so flexible, which is why it was also so good. Because there's a lot you can do.
I mean, I can probably use that to add some shit, but I can also just yeet the Shizuku right now to add into my hand the afterburners to pop some shit. I mean, honestly, yeah, I'll do that. I'll summon Kagare.
Mm-hmm.
And then, do you mind if I check if I have any extra afterburners in my deck? Because I don't remember how many I put in.
That's fine.
Okay.
Go
Thank
for
you.
it.
I can confirm I do not have any, but I do have another card that technically does the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll add Engage to my hand.
Yep.
And I activate Engage
Mm-hmm.
to search into my hand a what is this called? Jamming Waves.
Jamming waves. Wait, what
Yeah,
does
and
that
then I
do?
draw one card. It destroys a set spell or trap.
Gotcha.
I mean, fuck me, I guess.
Oh?
Sure.
You draw something crazy?
Well, I can win.
Oh. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. That is a pretty good one. Yep.
Yeah, that's
Nothing
okay.
from me. Yep. It
Yeah.
just resolves. Everything goes to the grave.
Let me see. Ray specifically says card effect an opponent controls. Yeah, that is correct. Okay. I would like to then. Fuck. I feel so helpless with there being so many options for me here, and it's kind of overwhelming.
Me
Because
when
I'm
I
looking
played
at
the
the.
Zodiac deck. This is literally now you know like how I felt when I was playing the Zodiac deck.
Um,
The Sky Striker players are screaming right now, like, bro,
Sky
you can do
Striker
this,
players are
this, and
hating me.
this.
Dude, you can make the big burgers or
You
something. I
can
don't
summon
fucking.
Hungry Burger and OTK.
Oh my god, I can do the what now? Damn, bro. Dude, I should have done that. I mean, I'm pretty sure if I hadn't summoned the Kagari there to add mobilizing to my hand and draw the Dark Hole, I could have probably just won then and there. But you know, I'm fucking stupid, guys. I'm sorry. I'm not good at this game, okay? Okay, guys? Please stop yelling at me, guys. I'm gonna start crying.
I cry every time. My
I
stupid
cry
life.
everything. Smoking.
Guys, look up
Stupid
My
life.
Stupid Life on 7TV. It is the greatest emote ever conceived by mankind. I'm not joking. Like,
Oh, it's so
literally,
good.
pause the episode right now. Go look at My Stupid Life as an emote. It is absolute cinema. Also, I'm absolute gonna piss my pants. So, hopefully, we can get through this game.
Oh
Alright.
shit.
Another
absolute-
Ray Art has hit the Pentagon.
Another Ray Art has hit the Pentagon. There might be 3 of them in the deck.
I would be very surprised if there wasn't.
Dude, I'm feeling so overwhelmed right about now. I'm just gonna fucking swing for 1.5k.
Motherfucker just punches me for 1500.
I'm gonna set 3 and pass, bro.
I
And then-
love how we went from I think I can win into summon an
I'm-
idiot, swing for
I'm
15,
just gonna-
lay 2 back row.
I'm just gonna fucking do this and then summon Kagari and with Kagari add to my
Engage.
hand.
I guess, do you have targets still?
I do in my grave because the Kagari
I mean,
adds
yeah, that's true.
from grave.
I was like
So-
thinking, like, do you even want to engage with this? That's what I wondered. Shark Cannon. Okay. So your set cards are Widow Anchor and Jamming Wave, and that you just set, and then
Jamming
your hand
Wave is
has-
a normal spell.
Oh, then I like and then now you added. Sorry, what? Widow Anchor?
Shark
Fucking
Cannon.
shark.
Cannon.
Fucking. I don't even know why I'm keeping track of this shit.
Not that you know, but also during my end phase, I get to add.
Oh
shit
yeah,
to
it's
my
true.
hand, right?
Use
the-
use 3
Oh, yeah.
engages.
Set
So
spells.
with a name different from the guards in your grave. Oh, okay. So I
Oh, then-
guess then it just.
Wait.
Oh wait, is it?
Wait.
Oh,
let
it
me
needs to
read
be
this
on
card.
board for this. You can add, yeah. Okay, I see. If this card was special, you can add. Wait, what? Oh no,
Okay,
I
so I
guess
can
it,
set
I'm
this.
assuming it can like be on the board, or like it doesn't need to be on the board, and it just checks like on your end phase, like okay, what do you have? So like right now you can add stuff that isn't afterburners or engage. I'm
Once per
assuming.
turn during the end phase, you can set Sky Striker spells with different card names from your graveyard. Up to the number of Sky Striker spells you activate at this turn while this card is face up on the field will banish them when they leave the field. So essentially, instead of adding the Shark Cannon to my hand, I can just set it and then I can add a fucking Afterburners to my hand.
Mm-hmm.
With Kagari here.
Yep.
That's kind of good. Yeah,
All right. Seems pretty good.
that's really good.
Well,
But this gets banished. The Shark Cannon gets banished when I use it.
Well, I don't have much we can do here, so let's just see what we can do. Let's go for the only thing that we really can here. I'll activate the effect of Familiar by pitching this Desire from my hand, because obviously it doesn't do anything if I have nothing here.
Then I would like to respond to
Yep.
your Vampire Familiar. I would like to activate Widow Anchor targeted Vampire Familiar.
It
To negate
gets
its effect.
negated.
And I would like to
Then
yank it.
I don't think I have anything else I can do here.
You
'cause
also
I-
can't be used for tributes because under my control for the rest of this turn. Just in case.
Yeah, I mean, I had literally nothing. I can go for Clyde's sake, but unfortunately, vampires don't really do much with a single card.
Wait, why is
What
it
the
over?
fuck?
What the fuck?
What?
Okay.
That's
Okay.
an-
Can you do?
That's an
Wow.
Let's just do it like this. I
Yeah.
think that's the easiest thing to do here.
And then I move this here because I can't summon the index of my system
Yep.
for me. Yeah. Then during my end phase, do I want to activate anything? Do I have anything that I care about?
I have no effects.
No,
I
never
need to take
mind.
a piss, so I'll
Yeah,
be
you
back in
go.
2
You go
minutes.
take a
You
piss.
do whatever
Yeah,
you want.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll do
just flash
whatever
out
the
the
fuck
live
I
when
want.
I come back.
I kill your vampire familiar in your domain to start off, and then I activate Rhoda. And with Rhoda, I would like to add to my hand a Armageddon Knight, I guess. A Mystic Tomato. I don't even know. I don't know, man. I mean, I can add this. It's gonna be 1.7k. It's gonna do big deeps. It's gonna be huge. I can also add the third ray, though. I can add. I mean, if I summon the Armageddon Knight, I add Armageddon Knight, and I normal summon the Armageddon Knight, and I send to the graveyard the third ray. Oh my god. And then I fucking. This is fucking stupid. Oh wait, no, I didn't want to do that. No, I don't want to even do that. No. I don't want to send this here. No. Don't look at the game, guys. Don't look at the game. Instead of doing that, I'll just fucking add my stupid ass Dark Grepher to hand using the Rhoda, and then I normal summon the Dark Grepher, and then I
Are there cards in your hand that I would have knowledge about?
the Dark Grepher that I currently have on board. Yes.
Gotcha.
And but yeah, I killed your vampire familiar and your domain using afterburners.
Gotcha.
Because,
So this will
Afterburners isn't
get
too bad.
banished, and this goes to grave.
Yes, that is.
Hey, you found the road.
I found the Rhoda. I found the Rhoda with the right Sky Striker on it, the correct Sky Striker. If you will.
All right. So now we're
And,
spreading propaganda.
Propaganda. Take a propaganda at the. Anyway, then I would like to activate the effect of Sky Striker Mecha Modules multi-roll to
That's a
send
lot
to
of
the
M's.
graveyard. Yeah, you can. I sent to the graveyard my area 0, and then my area 0 says that when it's sent to the graveyard by card effect, I can summon a Sky Striker Ace Monster from my deck, and I would like to summon out a third art of Sky Striker Ace Ray, and
She
then
looks like the Haganai character.
uh,
That's a deep cut for those who know.
fuck.
Oni is gonna
You're
love
not
that
wrong.
reference.
He's gonna be like, I know what that is. Fuck point, soy wolf.
So yeah, that's for you, Oni. But yeah, I have.
This is gonna
I have nothing
be-
here. It's enough damage.
Oh,
It's
okay.
4700.
Okay, I was gonna be like, you're gonna have Froline, and I'm gonna be fucking sad.
No, the last card in my hand was the engage that we were talking about earlier. So.
Oh yeah, true. You couldn't pitch it for anything. Yeah.
Oh gee. But yeah, let's go aside for game 2, and I have a couple of changes that I want to make, so I will pause the recording for just a little bit. All right, and I do think though that this is one of the few examples where this deck really wants to go second, so I will still elect to
my
go
God.
second.
Oh yeah, because Vampire Sucker does fucking nothing.
Yeah, Sucker doesn't really do much. Like Scarlet Skirt doesn't really do much. None of my extra deck vampires do anything. I'm honestly just gonna ash this.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Understandable.
Seems pretty good.
And then I send to the graveyard array. And I activate the effect of Area 0, targeting my Armageddon Knight. And that's face down.
Yep.
Unless you want to negate.
No,
this
it's
somehow.
fine. It's fine.
Brother.
Check cannon and Hornet drones.
I mean, I add Hornet Drones.
Yep.
Because Hornet Drones just go to the deck, right? They don't. This doesn't like immediate. Yeah.
Yeah. Shuffle the rest. In
I
the
was
deck, yeah.
I was wondering if this just like immediately enabled the whole thing. So And then I summon a token, and I summon Kagari.
Yep.
Oh, by the way, yeah. Is this okay?
That is fine.
I would like to activate Kagari to add my hand.
Engage.
Yes.
Yeah.
engage.
And unfortunately, I can't Ash
Can't-
Blossom again.
Yep. Ash Blossom is unfortunately a hard one.
Yeah,
to turn.
it should. Honestly, it should negate the card's name for the rest of the turn, I think.
I think you're a war criminal.
Maxi exists. So
yeah.
nothing worse is crimes before
Uh-huh.
something that is done.
Oh, actually, before I do this, I'm just gonna summon Shizuku.
Yeah, that's fine.
Summon Shizuku, and then I add an engage to my hand.
Mm-hmm.
And then I activate the engage. I add a copy of Hornet Drones. And then this is 2, correct? Yes. Then I activate another engage, and I add to my hand a Shark Cannon. And then I draw 1 card. Okay. And I activate Terraforming to add to my hand a copy of Area 0.
Gotcha. You wanted to give me 0 incentive to this time if I'm gonna pop something to pop Area because I know you have it. It's like, alright, come on, man. Don't do
I
it,
mean,
yeah.
if I draw into a second Area 0, it's gonna be annoying.
Yeah.
So. This is like the only card in the deck that has fucking hard ones per turn, by the way, other than the Lynx. And I guess Ray as well. But it's still like weird. Honestly, I'm just gonna set one, go.
Alright, so Shark Cannon on 3 spells instead got it to you, but it's a banish a monster from the gray, which is obviously not great in this matchup.
Yeah.
But I mean, we gotta do what we gotta do still. Foolish Burial.
Yeah.
And I will go for I mean, it's familiar every time. I have to get rid of this stuff eventually.
I mean... Oh, actually, not yet. Never mind, my bad. I'm just gonna activate on response.
Yeah, because I mean, next I'm just gonna do this, and then so you're gonna do that.
Then I'm just gonna eat it and special summon it on my board.
Would you like to?
And then I can pay 5. Oh fuck! I should have played Fraulein in the main deck just for that.
It would be really funny to do that. I mean, in a side deck like whatever.
I have one.
And something.
But I didn't put it in because I was like, I'm never gonna actually do shit.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Now I'm thinking, cause.
Oh wait. Yeah, this actually grieves me a bit. I didn't think about that because I don't have IP Masquerade.
Oh yeah, true. Clogs your stuff. I mean, well,
Interesting.
you reap what you sow.
Yeah, what I said. I mean,
think
it's still the call bar.
I still think
essentially.
I do this. I'm gonna pitch Domination to summon Retainer and anything on Retainer's summon.
Nope.
Okay, then I would like to attempt to activate the effect. And a vampire spell.
Domain.
I actually
I would like to
think... Oh?
Vampire Engage would be really good right about now.
You're right.
So true, best.
This doesn't really do anything, right? Because... no, it doesn't. That's the issue. That's the big issue. I will still go for... Will I? I don't know you have afterburners, but it's too scary. I'll just get Domain to hand. But unfortunately, that is gonna be where my turn ends.
Okay. Stand by main.
Watch me now draw Vampire Domain for my card for the turn and hate myself.
Pain. Let's hope that doesn't happen. Targeting familiar for area 0.
Yep,
This is okay.
that is perfect fine.
I banish top 3 for excavation, and I add to my hand.
Tomato!
Oh my god. Tomato! I add to my hand an afterburners, and
Yep.
then I send this guy to the grave, and these two go to the top of my deck.
The one good
Oh,
thing
wait,
about
this
this is it getting sent to the grave instead of getting banished.
I didn't think about that. That's really nice, actually. And then, I would like to activate Sky Striker Mecha Modules multi-roll
Mm-hmm.
to target area 0.
I have no effects.
Okay. I send area 0 to the graveyard, and you cannot activate cards or effects in response to my spell card activations.
Yep.
Important note, area 0 effect activates. I would like to special summon a Sky Striker Ace monster from my deck. This is not a spell card activation, this is a card effect activation.
Yep.
Or effect activation. So you could ash this.
Go for it.
Okay. I would like to summon out Ray in attack position. And then I would like to go into battle phase. Attack into the Vampire Retainer.
Yep, it'll get banished because I summoned it with the effect.
And attack with Shizuku.
I will take the 15.
Okay. And then I would like to... It's not really gonna do anything for me, but I need to get rid of this card here. Wait, I haven't summoned any of the links this turn at all, right?
No, you just
Oh.
went for a multi-roll area 0 and got Ray from that.
I activate... I use Shizuku for Kagari.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would like to add to my hand a... Oh, yeah, this... Oh, wait. I activated none of them this turn. So I can add to my hand and engage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then I can activate the engage to search my deck for a... Oh, I can't.
You have a
activate
monster in
engage.
your main monster zone, yeah.
You are correct. I would like to use Kagari for Shizuku to add to my hand something that isn't named Engage, Shark Cannon, or Hornet Drones.
Go for it.
I would like to add to my hand a Widow Anchor.
Yep.
And then I Shizuku, Ray, and then honestly just summon out Phoenix, not using effect.
Mm-hmm.
And then do I even bother going for further? I do kind of need to, right? I need to activate Engage here at least to add to my hand a Sky Striker card.
Yep, that is fine.
And then I obviously get to draw
Well,
a
it's
card.
not fine, but I have nothing to do about it, is a better way to put it.
I add Shark Cannon, and then I draw one card.
Yep.
And now I have activated a single one this turn. I have activated
Yippee.
a single one. Okay.
It's
And
really
then-
funny that you have 6 cards in your hand. I just know 5 of them, but not like I can do much about it, unfortunately.
Yeah, I haven't normal summoned either, right?
No, you haven't. You got
Yeah, I
the
haven't
Ray from the Area 0 going to the grave.
Okay. Honestly, I think I'll just pass for now, and I'll set one card from my graveyard. And I would like to set a... Actually, I have to set a card from my hand first as well, before I do anything. I would like to set, and I would like to set the shark cannon.
Gotcha.
And it's your
I
move.
think that is correct, and I don't really know what we can do here too.
Yeah, because the shark cannon just gets
Solve
rid of the
this.
familiar as soon as you try to activate it.
Yep.
It's really rough. Like this card is really good for this matchup.
Well, I mean,
Gotta try.
I have to try it. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm pitching the card to special summon back a familiar.
Yeah, that's fine. Would you like to activate the effect of familiar?
I would like to attempt.
I would like to respond with Widow Anchor, targeting the familiar. And I would like to not take control of that monster until the end of phase.
Gotcha. He will just get banished.
No, it doesn't get banished. It's negated.
Oh, yeah, this is a negate. Yeah, I was thinking of the other one. You're right. Well, unfortunately, I still think... I mean, not like it matters, but I might as well do what I can here. I'll tribute it for Vampire Duke, who doesn't get any effects.
Why?
And then I'll go for...
Familiar gets banished, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Actually, wait. Oh yeah, it's only if it gets some. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm out of card at this point. Basically, like when you got the start you got, then like there was nothing after. But I'll just attempt to swing over Phoenix. 400.
I mean, what did this do when you deal damage? Anything? When you spell summon? Nothing.
Nope.
It doesn't do anything.
No.
It's not. Oh.
I'm getting 100 from Vampire's Domain, but I was like considering scooping because there's nothing I can do anymore. So I was basically just let me just make one more thing that I can at least do.
Both of those.
Yeah, I guess we'll do this for. It doesn't matter. We'll go for Shizuka, I guess.
Okay.
Then I was considering earlier, like, using that on like either the Shizuka or Kagari, but at that point, like, you had so much stuff already going on, so.
Yeah, it pretty much just starts rolling on its own after a while. So
yeah.
It's kind of impossible to stop after a certain point. This is 1,000, I think. Yes, 1,500.
Yeah, 1,500.
And then I would like to activate Area 0. And I would like to target... It doesn't matter, actually. I'll just fucking yeet Area 0 for multi-roll to special summon out my Ray. And then I would like to normal summon a Grepher. And then I would like to use Ray for a Kagari. And I think that's game. It's 1,500.
Currently, it's not enough because currently you have 4,700 on board. But I mean, nothing I draw. It doesn't matter. This deck doesn't have like vampires that do stuff by themselves. Because the only vampire that you can even
Wait, doesn't Kagari gain attack? Each spell in your grid, 1,500.
Oh, you're right. Okay, then then it's
300, 5,000.
Yeah, then it's exactly lethal. Yeah.
Okay.
Damn, tough matchup. Yeah, it's because the like Sucker is normally an insanely good card, but obviously like here if I'm using it, most of the time I'm just giving you a free body because you just get to immediately activate Ray, and then like even on the other stuff like you're getting a lot of stuff out of there. And the issue is also like when you get established, like, because this deck can't do anything with one card, and then on top of everything, like, you having this shit is just like a crazy silver bullet for my deck, because I just can't play through it.
I didn't even consider the utility of this card in the first round.
Because I can also like show this, but this deck can like put up like decent boards. This was something that came up in testing. Those 2 tokens are basically like stuff that I got to summon on my side of the field from your grave, and under the like level 6 there would be a second material as well. And then obviously you're running out of spots to summon stuff from extra deck, but you could like use the other two if you got more slots or you got rid of something that isn't soccer on my board, like to make just another one, because it just says that everything owned by your opponent that's controlled by you is considered level 6 for its summon.
Yeah.
But it's pretty hard in this matchup especially, and because like I said, like half of your deck doesn't do anything if your opponent doesn't have stuff in the grave, so you kind of need to go second, but unfortunately here, like, it doesn't really do much.
Like, I didn't even consider how strong the fact that most of my deck is just spells, essentially, is gonna be again. Oh wait, it's together, right? Yeah. I didn't consider. Wait, why is it not working?
Probably because I was taking stuff from my because it's like when one of you is taking an action, then it's not milling stuff.
No problem.
Yeah, I've noticed that before, because like when I've been milling stuff, like it won't let me, because when you're in the process of milling stuff, it's kind of hard. But like something that also makes this like kind of nice is because like, and why Ultimate like decided that the Sky Striker stuff is even like worth playing here is because if you open a relatively like bad hand, you can still, and you don't have, because the big thing if you don't have ways to get stuff into the grave, because as long as like you can get Familiar or Retainer to the grave and you have any other vampire card in your hand, like you're fine. And the nice thing about like the Sky Striker engine is you can always make a Nightmare, and the nightmares have the discard effect, obviously, which is nice.
Yeah, which sets up everything. Which is like the main reason why, for example, in my as I talked about my Inferno Nobles, my Inferno Nobles have really easy lines to getting Link 2s, which then allow me to do other plays. For example, if I happen to play through a Ash Blossom, I can always go into Hito from that, because I go into Hornet Drones from Engage, I summon Kagari, I add I add Engage to my hand if I really need something, or if I Widow Anchor or Shark Hand, depending on how my hand is looking. And then I summon Hornet Drones, Kagari, add Hornet Drones, make Hita, summon Ash Blossom, make Flame Promethean, Flame Prince, or whatever the fuck her name is, and then go from there, resummon cards, make more links, make more stuff, so on and so forth.
And
it's really efficient.
Cool thing about Nightmares that you would never even think about for 99% of the decks is the discard is it's an effect on summon. So it's like when it gets link summoned, you can discard a card completely unrelated to the following effect. It's like if you discard, okay, then you get to use it, but you don't need to. So you can even do that on an empty board. And if like I'm in a really desperate need for getting something in my grave, I can still do that, and I don't get the pops, but I just get the discard, which in this deck sometimes actually works for a benefit.
I think the interesting part is that it's a cost still. Like, you discard for cost, but you don't have to do the thing that follows.
Yeah, it's kind of
weird.
It's just they get around like a lot of disruption thanks to that, but it's just like they just have everything with going for the Nightmares, and there's a reason why they've been relevant for basically the entire time ever since they came out.
I mean, it's the rank 4s. Rank 4s had the ability to be splashed into every deck, because every deck had level 4s. Even in this deck, I'm playing Dark Rebellion Dragon and Carnic Organ because I could play those. I could have obviously played like Castle if I had access to him, which I think
Castle is
Sky
really
Blaster.
hard to get. Yeah, Castle the Sky Blaster Musketeer, but the Sky Blaster is, I think, a compound word. Yeah.
If it was separate, like if it's two proper words, I would have definitely be playing him here.
Yeah, I mean, Sky is easy to get. Sky Blaster, I think there are 2 cards.
Yeah.
Is there anything else than Phantom Sky Blaster and Castle? I don't think there is literally any other Sky Blaster card, which is pretty funny.
But there are a lot of Musketeers.
That is true. Yeah. As we have found with the Magical Musketeers. Jeexx's favorite deck.
Yeah, I love Magical Musketeers.
But like, if you obviously in this matchup it's different, but like if you just read Vampire Sucker, this card is fucking crazy. Like, it just gives you like all of your tributes are now, as long as this is on the field, are just facilitated by your opponent, like once per turn, and then
zombie roll
it gets you one of those resources if you need to, and on top of that, it just drops you a cards then.
Yeah,
Then.
so
It's crazy.
this deck, it felt like there was a lot of potential here originally. Like back when Sucker came out, people were like, "Oh my God, Sucker is making vampires the bestest ever." No, it's not. It's pretty good, but like everything that you're playing it in is kind of shit.
Yeah, the
Like
issue
honestly,
is that, like, vampires are relatively inconsistent, and you need so much. Like the biggest issue is like you need so many resources to get anything done. Like you can do good stuff, but it's like nothing crazy. And is it worth like usually spending half your life points on, and also like going through usually your entire hand? And then the big issue, as we saw like here, is like kind of funny. The recovery side for vampires isn't really great because it's like you have normally like you would have Monster Reborn, and later on they get, is it Vampire Slumber or something, and they get like basically a like good Monster Reborn for themselves, but like for now it's like Vampire Desire is pretty much there for the recovery, and then obviously you have Duke, but even with Duke, like once again you need the tribute fodder for it, so it's like you always need to meet so many like kind of like these conditions in order to get anything really done. And in the end, like Vampire Soccer just finds a home in just zombie decks in general, which are usually are more just like, all right, zombie world stuff, Doom King, Balderrock, and stuff like that, which is a lot more consistent, and even in most cases also makes just a stronger plays.
Yeah, I honestly think just playing Zombie World with Vampire Sucker and then playing Zombie Good Stuff is the best way to play this card.
Yep.
It didn't like it gives your opponent's game plan while also giving you a card that whenever they do their game plan, which is presumably summoning stuff from the graveyard, you get to draw cards.
Yep.
Like one card per turn, sure, but it's still one card per turn. It's pretty good. And then on top of that, you just sit on the good stuff. You have a Omni Negate on board. You have a card that essentially says like 20% of the decks in the game don't work anymore, unless they happen to draw the out, which is like, okay, cool, fun, kill me now. That's about it.
Yep, and it's like vampires have a lot of good cards. Like Domain is also like Domain is a fantastic card. Like obviously Sucker is amazing. Like Zombie Vampire comes out way later, but like one of just like the craziest Xyz cards ever printed in Yu-Gi-Oh, and that's saying a lot. So it's like they have a lot of stuff, but as a like just basically a pure archetype, obviously this wasn't like entirely pure, but like just playing them by themselves, like unfortunately it falls a little bit flat, and I don't think vampires as a deck like were even ever like even properly like rogue, but it just like it's a neat archetype, but mostly just like this like for fun archetype. Also, I didn't get Greffer at any point with that, which I was obviously also running at 3 copies because it's just crazy. You get it on the board for free, you get a body on the grave, you discard a card, and then you get another body. Like one body you get it on the board without using a normal summon, that you get 3 cards in the grave is insane when like you can pitch stuff like Familiar and Retainer.
Yeah, it's Greffer is like a perfect fit for this deck. Same with I forget the deck name right now, but there. I guess you could say the Teledad kind of because of malicious and whatnot. It finds a similar home in decks that like to play level 5 or higher cards, obviously. But I don't think there is that many anymore.
Yep.
Like Vampires feels like one of the last few decks where you're playing a lot of level 5 and higher dark type monsters, or dark attribute monsters.
Yep.
So Greffer is a bit shafted for a home right now. So
good
on Greffer.
Good on you. But yeah, like overall, a neat set, I think, overall.
Yeah. I mean, it unleashed a plague upon Yu-Gi-Oh, which we're still fighting against, but, you know.
Was Yu-Gi-Oh! Worlds recently? I saw some talks about someone making Worlds top 4 with Sky Striker. Am I crazy?
I think so. July, from what I can tell. August 29. Oh, it was yesterday.
Okay,
it ended yesterday.
Yeah, someone made top 4 of Worlds playing pure Sky Striker in 2025. How? What the
I
fuck?
mean, it's a power spell Sky Striker, innit, bro?
I guess so.
I need to check this deck profile, but I'm willing to bet that all that deck was just all the good stuff that you can play, and then gazillion hand traps and gazillion spells
I
that just
mean,
say, "I do this now."
that sounds
Just
sounds like modern Yu-Gi-Oh. Sounds
yeah,
like modern Yu-Gi-Oh.
yeah.
But yeah,
I,
I
I,
don't really have anything else to say except someone should go play only meta decks with Joy Wheeler Trollface or hop into these nuts 699's game. Great
I,
game, great names today on Dueling Bug. But yeah, anything else you want to say about the Dark Saviors set?
about the Dark Saviors set, I think this set is it has, as I said, a plague that was unleashed. It has some cool cards in it, like vampires, and then it has the worst archetype ever printed.
Do you like for hire?
No, I don't like monsters for hire. No,
Gotcha.
I loathe this archetype without any valid reason even to do so.
I don't
It's just
know anything what it does other than
same.
it swarms the field, and I think the name is funny.
Uh, the name's why.
Uh,
The name is why I'm
I
like,
figured because
bro.
like if you don't know much, then I'm gonna assume there's only one thing. So that's why I
Pisses me
pointed
off.
out that I kind of like it. I think it's a cute one. Anthropomorphic mercenaries for hire. I think it's cute. But next
Maybe-
time, we're playing another one of these banger sets, Battles of Legend. It's gonna be Relentless Revenge, I'm pretty sure. And,
Oh,
I
don't
do
know what's in this one.
not remember what's in there, but I think like for the most part, like the Battles of Legend sets have been really fun. So I'm looking forward to that, and
Oh,
we will see
boy.
what's in there.
I can't wait to play against Time Lords again.
Oh, is that in there?
Wow, this set sucks.
Okay, give me the rundown on the archetypes.
Fucking Neospatians,
Okay, we know what Jeexx is playing.
Noble Knights,
Oh, never mind.
Elemental Hero, specifically on Honest Neos, by the way.
Sorry.
Just Honest Neos.
Did you say this set sucks and then name
Yeah.
two of your favorite archetypes?
So then there's fucking Time Lords, and then there's Solemns, and then there's like a billion other like cards that are just like, ah yes, this is sure gonna be a fun set for both of us.
So basically, we're getting +1 on one of your two counters, I'm assuming.
Yep. Probably both.
Oh, I mean, sure, go off, King.
I'll make something to make it +2.
Have you played
Oh.
a Neos focused deck? I don't think so. Probably not. It would be
I-
dog shit, right?
Did play a Neos Focus deck, and I'm pretty sure it was against like fucking Zoo True Draco.
If that was the matchup, that would be really fucking funny.
Dude, I was so mad.
Oh, shit.
Like, I was fucking fuming, I remember.
Pain.
I don't remember if it was that matchup, but it was like the kind of matchup that makes me look at the board and like, I'm fucking playing the worst possible deck I could against it.
Well, if it makes you feel better, that was what I was feeling today. So.
Understandable, have a
But
nice
yeah,
day.
I think at some point like it'll get a little harder because obviously around like 2017 2018 like around the link era is like when a lot of the like set shift to mostly being like, all right, we're focusing on a few archetypes and that's what's going to be in the set.
Yeah.
So sometimes it'll just end up being stuff like a zombie deck playing against zombie world that, or sorry, a deck that focuses on banishing cards against a card that only functions due to its graveyard. Although I guess we should not point all of these stuff out because like the two structure episodes that I can think of being the Rise of True Dragons versus, I think, was it the Monarch deck? It was a deck that basically just banished shit. I still lost playing the banish shit. And then we had obviously the single worst episode in the entire series being Dino Smasher Fury versus Machine Reactor, where we like hyped up this to being like one of the greatest structure decks of all time, and me just turbo bricking every single game. So we need to stop talking about this matchup because somehow the monkey's paw finds a way to curl and screw us over. So
That is true.
regardless, next time will be Battles of Legend, Relentless Revenge, and whatever you see there is remains to be seen, but it is almost certain that we will see a +1 to one of Jeexx's counters. So
Most likely.
anyways,
There are alternate options in here as well. Like, for example, there's a card called Gaia. There's also a rank 4.
I'm sure you would be playing a Gaia the Fierce Knight deck over. You love the Batchest Duel Masters archetypes, don't you?
Master!
Wait, isn't the
Monster.
Monsters? Yeah. I was gonna say like, wait, wasn't that what the first season was called? But yeah, I said Duel Masters, not Duel Monsters. You're right.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're
Masters
very
are different.
well known for loving the Batchest Duel Monsters archetypes.
It's okay. There's also cards with blue and red gems on them.
That's
And
awesome.
Baguska, the terribly tired tapper.
That deeper dapper dooper day.
Oh, boy.
I'm gonna go Bagushka Mites happier now, so thank you so very much for watching. Sorry for the scatterbrainness and everything. Like I said, it's been a month for us, but we're gonna get back on track, hopefully very soon. So expect a steady flow of terrible Yu-Gi-Oh! Gameplay into your feed once again. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Have a great rest of your day, and peace.